Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the RWA Rebirth 2019 Halloween special. This year, for a little bit of fun and a little bit of a switch around, we're going to have 4 different genres of horror represented by 4 different robots in 4 separate melees. The 4 winners will go through to the final. Let's see who's in Melee 1. So here we have Melee 1, it is the slasher melee. So we've got Kruger versus Chainsaw Wielding Maniac, The Shape, and Jason. Let's get down to the arena for a closer look. So first up we have The Shape, representing the Halloween franchise. Obviously The Shape is the nickname for Michael Myers, and it's armed with a very deadly axe. Here we have Chainsaw Wielding Maniac. It's a Lego build, based on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, of course. It's armed with a chainsaw, hoping to do lots of damage. Here's Kruger, named after Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Much like Freddy Krueger, it's armed with these 4 horrible lifting claws. And last but by no means least, it's Jason, representing Friday the 13th. Armed with his very, very dangerous, deadly machete.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
So here we are, the first fight of the Halloween special. It is between the slasher movie villains. There is Michael Myers, or The Shape, coming down with the axe there, driving around, chainsaw wielding maniac. In comes Kruger to get underneath and lift in. They pushed in towards the pit, release button, down goes the pit. Meanwhile, Jason's already upside down, but have righted themselves. Now, good driving there actually by Jason. And down comes the machete, smacking Kruger around. I think The Shape's axe is stuck in chainsaw wielding maniac's chainsaw, to be honest. There we go, now it got away, but down it comes again. That's a very dangerous axe weapon, isn't it? But in comes Kruger, now toppling The Shape up and over. The Shape have been flipped up and over. Now can they self-right from there? Down comes the machete of Jason once again. Very quick, very nippy Jason. A little bit uncontrollable, it has to be said, if I'm being honest. But they are currently doing damage now. Can The Shape self-right, or are they done for? That would be a surprise if they were to lose. They were the favourites to win this one. Down comes the machete once again of Jason. Kruger to get those knives into play. We haven't really seen much of the chainsaw at all from CWM, it has to be said. Morrow now coming in for the countdown and counting down The Shape, which is a surprise. We thought they were going to win this out of these slasher movie icons, and they are out of it though. There's the red card. They've been counted out. And now Karma coming in for a bit of a feast on The Shape. Oh, now they self-right. Well, where was that 5 minutes ago? Meanwhile, a brick slamming in like the powerhouse that he is. What a fight this is. Meanwhile, Kruger and Jason going at it. Kruger, of course, Freddy versus Jason all over again. Oh, goodness me. Jason very nearly went down the pit there, but I don't think Kruger can let go of them in time. CWM finally bringing that chainsaw into play onto Kruger, and now Kruger's the one in trouble here. Can Jason get themselves free of them, or are they stuck together? Morrow needs to try and break them up, I think, here, and does so successfully. Good work there by the referee. Meanwhile, it's all over for The Shape, I'm afraid. Karma plucking them up into the air and dumping them down the pit of oblivion any second now. Yes, down they go. So the house rules must return to their CWM, and CWM very nearly got caught there, actually, it has to be said. Oh! Up comes the little figurine at the back of CWM. In comes Kruger now, driving in to CWM, driving into the CPZ. Oh, and Kruger's been flipped by brick. They got too close to the CPZ, and I think threw themselves in there now. Brick have absolutely dismantled them. Oh, and Jason have driven down the pit. What were they thinking? Who's out here? CWM's immobilised, Kruger's immobilised, Jason driven himself into the pit of oblivion. Who's out? Who's going through? Oh, dearie me. We're in the final few seconds of this fight now. Oh! Something's gone wrong. Time is ticked down. It's going to go to the judges. I have no idea who is still in this. I really have no clue. So it went to the judges because they ruled that Kruger was unfairly eliminated by Brick. Let's see who they've gone for. They said Kruger did enough to win the battle, so they go through to the final. So into melee number 2 then, it's the thriller melee. We have 4 more machines here. Hannibal, they've got a flipper. Jaws, named after a shark obviously. Psycho, and Zodiac. Let's get to the arena. So here we have Jaws, named after the shark and the film of the same name. It's got a terrible set of grabbing jaws at the front and then an axe dorsal fin, which they're hoping will cause all sorts of damage. Here's Psycho, armed of course with a very deadly axe, spring powered, and they're hoping again to cause lots and lots of damage. Coming, mother! Here we have Zodiac, named after the unidentified killer in America and also after the movie based on said person. It's a box wedge-shaped machine with a front hinged flipper that can also self-right. Very powerful. This could be one to watch out for. And here we have Hannibal, named after Hannibal Lecter from many different films in a different franchise. They've got a very powerful flipper, which can also self-right the machine and can throw heavy machines high into the air. Watch out for this one, this thing is strong.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Will we be in for a thrill ride in this fight? Down comes the axe straight away of Psycho. Psycho getting flipped in the air though by Hannibal. Up in the air goes Hannibal though. Can they self-right? Yes they can. Oh, but the flipper's a bit buggered. What happened there to the flipper? It just immediately has dissented itself. Look at that! The flipper can't retract, and that is a major problem for them. Meanwhile, Psycho self-righting very quickly. Yes, all good. In comes Jaws with the crushing claw, and down comes the axe of Jaws as well. It slams Zodiac. We told you they have a lot of force and a lot of pushing power, and now they're trying to get underneath Jaws to throw him up and over. But that is such a shame for Hannibal. The flipper already broken in just one attempt to self-right. That is a problem. But now they've been flipped, and now the flipper's okay, or is it? Can they self-right? I'm not too sure. Yes, they can. Finally, the pit release button has been pressed. Down goes the pit. In comes Hannibal. Another huge flip there on Psycho, and another one. Goodness me, that is a very strong flipper, isn't it? But there's Zodiac once again. Hannibal's flipper has gone a bit wonky, and now good attack there by Psycho, shoving them around and into Glade. CP's headed down. Comes the axe into the vulnerable innards. And I'm just wondering how much damage has Hannibal taken there. I think they've taken quite a lot. Oh, right there by the side of the eye there from the axe shot there of Psycho. In comes Jaws trying to get a hold of them, but they can't seem to really grab a hold of anything, can they? Good drive there by Zodiac, slamming them into the pit release button. Up against the side wall now are Jaws, and I think Jaws could be done for here as well. I think Hannibal is as well here, let's be real now. Hannibal have been mullered by Glade, and now what are they doing? What are you doing? You don't attack our house robots. What are you doing, boys? What on earth is going on here? Zodiac flipping Glade up against the side wall. That is a heck of a flipper, isn't it? On Zodiac. That's it. Meanwhile, for Hannibal being counted down and out. You're not meant to be attacking the house robots, guys. That is not in the rule book. You're out, meanwhile. That's Hannibal done for. Morrow now going over to count out Jaws, it seems to me. Yes, there goes the count. Meanwhile, good attacks here from both these two. Psycho definitely has the lower front. It certainly seems that way, doesn't it? Down comes the axe, but how much damage is it actually causing, I wonder? That's it for Jaws. They're also finished. The house robots don't want to get involved after the attack they just had from both Zodiac and Psycho. Now that's a better attack there from Zodiac, getting underneath and slamming them into the side wall. Good battle is between these two. It really has to be said. There's a good attack once again by Psycho, trying to get the axe into play, and does so, but Zodiac pushing them back strong. We're in the final 10 seconds here. This will probably go to the judges, and they're going to have a hard time trying to decide who goes through out of these two machines. What a fight that was. Absolutely fantastic. Just non-stop action the whole way through. So it goes to the judges again. Very tough battle, that one to judge, but they have made a decision. Who have they gone for? They've gone for Zodiac, so Zodiac are through to the final. Well done to them. Now it's time for the supernatural melee. So we have 666 Omen, representing the Omen, of course. Come play with us, a nice little cluster bot. The Exorcist and It, named after the thrill of the same name. Let's get to the arena. So first up we have Come Play With Us. It's a cluster bot based off of the two Ghost Girl twins from The Shining. One half is a front hinge flipper, the other half is a rear hinge flipper. Next up we have It, obviously based off of the It films. This is the modern Pennywise because it just looks a lot creepier. It's a wedge-shaped machine. It's got Lego wheels for lots of grip and to make it a bit more speedy and a bit more nimble. And it's got two ramming spikes at the back. Here we have 666 Omen, obviously based on the Omen franchise with Damien 666. It's armed with a very powerful flipper and it's made out of Connects, so it's quite sturdy and quite strong. And last but not least, it is The Exorcist. Very, very spooky, very, very creepy, and armed with a very powerful full-bodied spinner.
Robot ears, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
So we've had two brilliant fights so far. Will this one live up to the hype as well? There's Omen 666 trying to get that flipper underneath one half of Come Play With Us. The other half now flipping Omen 666 up and over. Omen 666 trying to sell right but didn't quite sell by the way it was supposed to, and they've got out of the arena straight away. They didn't even get going. Meanwhile, in comes the big spinneroo of the Exorcist machine and nearly falling over just from being attacked, really, has to be said. And finally flipped up and over. It's a very unstable design, it has to be said. And oh, they've got out of the arena as well! So it's already down to these two. It and Come Play With Us. Come Play With Us. A very effective cluster bot. Over go It, and I'm not too sure they can south right from there. And if they are in trouble, they are going out the arena. Oh goodness me, I thought they were out the arena then, it has to be said. Oh, but they've been righted now. That was bad driving by Come Play With Us. Good driving there by It, get them into the CP with Clay. Down comes Clay's axe. Now on that one half, in comes It now with the spikes, trying to get those spikes into play and into the CB's head with Nail. Goodness me, they nearly flipped Nail there. That is one very powerful cluster bot. I'll tell you what, I know it's a cluster bot, but that one half there could honestly fight as its own, it has to be said. But I think the CO2 might be running out, or is it? Are they okay? Can It get away from there? They can't, they're out the arena. And that was a very, very impressive display by the cluster bot. Come Play With Us. And I tell you what, they could definitely be dark horses to win the final now. What a fight! Well done to Come Play With Us. Now it's time for the Monster Melee, or the Monster Mash, whichever one you want to say. We've got Nosferatu versus Bolt versus Werewolf versus Mummy. Let's get to the arena. So here we have Werewolf. It's a Lego machine with 4-wheel drive. So a lot of power, a lot of push. Very nippy. And it's got this devastating set of grabbing jaws at the front. Here we have Nosferatu, representing the Dracula series of films, armed with a very powerful front hinge flipper that also doubles as a clamp at the back. Here we have Mummy. It's a simple classic wedge-shaped design machine, and it's got Lego wheels for lots of grip and lots of speed. And this big beast is Bolt, obviously after the Frankenstein's monster style of film, armed, of course, with a deadly bolt axe.
Robot ears, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
We already have 3 finalists. Who will make the 4th and final spot in the 4-way final? Look at the power of the axe there, a Bolt straight away. It comes down with a huge amount of power, that thing. Meanwhile, Werewolf already flipped up and over by Nosferatu, and I don't think they can self-right. And if that's the case, they're already done for. Down comes the axe now of Bolt, trying to cause all sorts of damage to the wheels and to the tyres, etc, etc. Nosferatu looks good, Bolt looks good. Mummy's been flicked onto its end, and again, that's not very good, it has to be said. Mummy trying to drive around, not very well controlled though, is it? Goodness me, just going all over the place here. Now getting underneath her. Good driving there. Oh, and driving Nosferatu into the CP's head there with Nail. And that means Nail can bring the Crusher down. Look there at the punishment. In slams the hammer of Bolt once again. Mummy driving all around the arena. Not having much control. As we said, now Bolt going after those wheels. And is that going to cause any damage to those wheels? I'm not too sure. That's it, meanwhile, for Werewolf. They're being counted out by Morrow. The pit release button has been pressed. Who will end up going down to the pit? Not too sure here. That's the end, meanwhile, of Werewolf. They didn't even get going, really, did they? Nosferatu now coming back after finally being let go by Nail. Oh, dearie, dearie me. It's all over, meanwhile, for Werewolf. They didn't even get started. Poor Werewolf. Oh, dear. Malfunction's hammer truly is devastating, isn't it? It has to be said. And what is going to land on them? They're on the drop zone. Oh, one of the wheels has come off as well. Oh, poor Werewolf. Mummy, meanwhile, still going somehow. I'm actually quite surprised. I thought they were going to be the first to go, it has to be said. And they've been flipped on their side now. Can they get back from there? Meanwhile, Nosferatu, very good driving still. So obviously the damage taken by the Crusher of Nail hasn't really done much. That's the end of Werewolf. Morrow coming in to count out Mummy. It's all over. They're going to be calling for their Mummy anytime soon, I think. Up and over go Bolt, meanwhile, by the side wall. And out they go as well. Just before Mummy was counted out, meaning Mummy came second in that one. That's a bit of an upset, it has to be said. But Nosferatu are going through to the final. That's for definite. Oh dear, look there. Poor Mummy. Oh, dearie me. Go on, drive in the pit. Get down there. It's where you belong, let's be honest. Back into their tomb where they will reside for eternity. And Nosferatu, very impressively as well, it has to be said, go through to the next round. And now it is time for the four-way final. We've got Kruger representing the Slashers, Zodiac representing the Thrillers, Come Play With Us representing the Supernaturals, and Nosferatu representing the monster movies.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
What a final this is going to be. Zodiac immediately charging Kruger into the pit release button, so that must be their tactics. Get as many robots down the pit. Kruger underneath though. Nosferatu flipping them up and over. Can they survive? Oh yes they do. Meanwhile now, the twins coming in, trying to get in there as well. Come play with us. Goodness me, it's all happening already in the opening seconds of this final. Zodiac flipped up onto his side. Can they survive right from there? Yes they can. Fantastic work. Zodiac trying to get her underneath, trying to push them around towards the ceiling. Up and over goes Kruger there. Oh, they're out as well. Goodness me, second time they got out of the arena in this special. Despite making the final, I know it makes no sense really, but who cares? It's all good fun. What are the twins doing? They're not meant to be attacking each other, they're meant to be attacking their opponents. Nosferatu and Zodiac now coming in for the fun as well. And then, Zodiac self-righting themselves out of the arena. Oh, this has been absolute carnage. This is brilliant. This is exactly what RWA is all about. All about carnage and good fun. What are you, Brick? You were way too far out there. Good on you, Morrow. Yellow card, as it should be. And I'm just wondering now, can that half self-right? Yes, it can. Come Play With Us has probably been the most effective machine coming up to the final. Nosferatu were pretty good too, it has to be said. These were probably the strongest performing machines when it came to their time for the passing kill. I'm not too sure what that was. There's a good flick there from Come Play With Us, and again Nosferatu trying to get around there, trying to keep up with the two little machines. Clusterbots are such an effective design. Will this be the future of RWA? Will we see more robots like this trying to claim trophies? We've seen Sharon destroying the main competition. We're not too sure how well they've done in Rebirth 3 just yet. We'll be seeing that very soon. It has to be said. Oh, Corin slams Brick there. Goodness me. Nearly getting stuck into the side wall. But this is a really good tussle here between these remaining machines. And if you were to ask me right now, I'd say Nosferatu are coming back into this one, throwing each half around. And again, can it self-right? Yeah, oh yes, definitely so on that front. Very good battle so far, but that was good teamwork by the twins. Oh, Nosferatu. Oh, what's happened to that twin though? One of the flippers has broken. And could that there now be the turning point for this battle? I think so. Although the other half of Come Play With Us still very much dominating Nosferatu and getting it out of the arena. And that was a desperately needed out of the arena victory there for Come Play With Us, especially after the one half flip of broke. Goodness me. What a performance, what a machine. We have our Halloween champions representing The Shining. It is Come Play With Us. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Anderson9132, and I will see you next time for more RWA.